What were you doing?
We're just over here getting ready to work over here and stuff. We were just in our truck, just sitting there, and all of a sudden it just woo, like shook us like crazy.
What did you guys see?
A lot of like white clouds and lightning kind of and stuff is all we really saw.
Yeah, and then like we've seen people in this building, a bunch of people like
just take off running and stuff, to get to cover and safety.
Aftershock happening right now. I'm not sure how long it lasted, but what did it feel like to you? How long did it last for you guys from your point of view?
It felt like hours, honestly, you know what I mean? But it's probably good 20 seconds or so, 30 seconds, something like that.
Okay,
what it felt like.
And you tell us, point out again where you guys were standing.
Just we were right over behind the Planet Fitness in that parking lot on the west side.
And you said there were others around you. How did they respond?
They were like shaking and running. Everyone's out of the building and stuff. They're over in the parking lot now. But
into the parking lot where there's not as many buildings.
Have you guys ever experienced something like this before?
Nope.
I mean, luckily, there's not too many people downtown right now because everybody's being told to stay away because of the coronavirus. Were you guys headed into work?
Yeah, and we're trying. So we'll do quality fire suppression and stuff like that. And so I'm going to come over here and see if I can get these guys to get their alarms shut off for them to help them out, and stuff, because it's going crazy. So I'm like, that's why we're walking over here right now for that.
Oh my God. Okay, we'll let you guys do what you need to. But hey, Ron and Mary, I can tell you though, the alarms are still going off. These guys are going to go and help them out. But it appears like everybody from here, I've gotten reports up in Davis County from my husband who called me, said that the house felt like it was going to crumble on top of him. And some more of my family up in the Ogden area also reporting some shaking up there as well due to this earthquake. Very scary situation, and it was incredible to feel, and seeing as we were so close to these tall buildings, my photographer and I tried to scurry away as quickly as we possibly could.
Well, we're on the bottom floor of a 26-story building, and we were a little bit shaken as well. Oh my, I'm still shaking like you are, Morgan. And I have a friend who's from California, and she just texted me and she said, as a Californian, that was huge and long. It was very impressive. She said it felt like it lasted forever. And we did just have an aftershock. Lindsay was just checking on the USGS site to track the aftershock. We did just have one. We can see the lights shaking in here and feel just a little bit of a roll. But we also have Ariel Harrison. She is live in Salt Lake City, up in the Sugar House area. And Ariel, you're seeing some damage?
Mary, Ron, yes, I'm here at Schmidt's Pastry Cottages in Sugar House, just off 2100 South. If you take a look up at their building, you can see there is a crack. I apologize, I'm still a little shaken. A bunch of us were inside the bakery shop at the time that this happened. I'm going to walk on over here. I've been talking to Brett Borg all morning long. He's the co-owner of this bakery shop here. You guys are offering free bread today, so you anticipate there will be crowds coming to your bakery at 10 o'clock this morning. You've been here how long? And you've told me you've never experienced anything like that.
No, I've lived here 37 years, and I've never, all the small ones you get at night, I've kind of slept through. I've never felt, or I've been baking and haven't felt, but this one, definitely. Describe what's kind of around us, not just your business. Is this an apartment complex? Yeah, so here's a house that is rented out, and there's a husband and wife that live there. Across the street, you have the Cafe Espresso coffee shop, and just down on 7th East, there's a bunch of businesses and buildings. That's kind of where you went to golf around the corner. Lots of businesses. It looks like across the street there's no power. So far we have it here, which we're lucky to have. I'm trying to hold the microphone without shaking. That was just so scary. Kind of describe to me those moments that we were inside and kind of what was going through your mind. Yeah, so I don't know if you've mentioned it, but at first it kind of felt like a car ran into our building, which we've had happen before, and so I kind of figured that's what was going on. But then after a few seconds, I mean, it really started rocking. There's customers, employees, us in there, and I mean, you could see all of us like wobbling, trying to keep our balance, and that was something unexpected. Kind of felt like you're on a rolling sea a little bit, and yeah, emotions, you didn't know what to do. I mean, I think we all kind of went in shock together for a little bit. Yeah. I for sure did. I know that I was probably the most scared out of everyone, but inside, you guys are giving away free bread today. You have your employees. Everyone okay right now? So I haven't had a chance to talk to the other bakeries. We have power. Everyone here is okay. I'm not sure the extent. I mean, we'll keep this free bread thing going, but I'm going to have to check on my ovens and on my proof box and make sure that everything's functioning, just, to make sure it's going to be possible. But we'll have to evaluate that when I get off with you guys, talk to the other locations to make sure that everybody's okay, and that things are operational.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, Brett. We'll let you get back to work as we know you have a busy schedule ahead. Let's just walk on out to 2100 South. This is a fairly busy road. You can see, if you take a look, the lights are flashing down here. I know that other places have been hearing sirens. We haven't heard that, but I also spoke to a biker who says he was in Walgreens when the earthquake hit. He said he was obviously nervous, booked it out of there, and was headed this way. I wanted him to stick around, but he was understandably shaken. But on the ground so far, everyone appears to be okay. There were tenants in this building next to me that popped their heads out the window as soon as it hit. I had just run out of the store, and he asked me if I was okay. Another customer that was leaving also here appeared to be okay as well. So no injuries, thankfully, but definitely a surreal experience. We're going to stay here again, and we'll report back when you guys check back in. But we'll send things back to you in the studio. But happy to report people appear to be okay here, guys.
Hey, Ariel, thanks so much. Yeah, to be right here in the middle of Salt Lake City. But again, this was a 5.7. The first one was a 5.7.
We've had
based in Magna.
2 aftershocks since.
That's right. And it was based in Magna, but we're getting reports felt from as far away as the Cache Valley, Utah County. And we have Lindsay was just checking the USGS map, and you have that called up for us, Lindsay, with the aftershocks?
Yes, we've actually had 3 aftershocks as of right now. Now, this is the initial quake right here, hit at 7:09. 5.7, had a depth of 6 miles. These are the 3 aftershocks. We had 2 at 7:15. One was a 3.5, one was a 3.7. Then just a few minutes later, we had a 3.4 at 7:18. All of these with depths between about 4 and 6 miles below the surface of the Earth. Now, we are going to continue to see these. We likely will continue to see these aftershocks throughout the entire day. When you have a quake this large, almost a 6 magnitude quake, you are likely to have hundreds, if not thousands, of aftershocks in the hours and days to come. So we've had 3 so far. They likely will continue on and off throughout the day. So we'll continue to monitor it. We'll continue to give you the latest information as it comes into us from USGS and get that to you here on 2 News.
Okay, now we want to look at Rocky Mountain Power.
Yes, so we have thousands of power outages being reported around the city right now. Taking a live look, this is the Rocky Mountain Power live map, and you can see up north there are a couple dozen, but here in the Salt Lake City area there are 5,500 power outages being reported as we speak. You can see those red dots on your screen, and you can see where they are. Some of them there in Salt Lake, others kind of scattered about. Of course, we can feel safe to assume at this moment the majority of these outages due to the earthquake and the aftershocks that we continue to feel now. We'll, of course, continue to keep you updated on these outages. We know, of course, that all of them crews have been notified. They will be out trying to get power back to as many areas as they can, as soon as they can, but they will be inundated right now. So just know there are almost 6,000 people right now without power. Ron?
Jay, thank you very much. Just outside the studios here, raced out once we felt that first quake hit because there were a lot of dazed, frightened people that headed out into the streets, particularly from the towers. This is an apartment building, twin towers over there, and Preston was one of those who got out of there as quickly as you could. Which floor are you on?
Yeah, I'm on the 23rd floor.
23rd floor. Describe what it was like.
Oh, it was initially a big thump, like a giant bookshelf tipped over in the room next to me or something. You could feel it under your feet and everywhere around you. And then I felt it again. Then all of a sudden it started waving, and then I was pretty alert then. started moving, and then it just progressively got worse and worse.
So would you hit the stairs or the elevator?
Oh, I couldn't do either at first. I mean, I just braced myself against the wall because it was waving so much. I tried to move, and it was the entire building was moving out from under you. I couldn't even.
Did it do a lot of damage in your apartment there?
I didn't get a chance to see. I know all the lights went out and it was pitch black, and then I heard a bunch of glass cracking and breaking, and stuff, so I think it probably took out all my lamps, and then it finally started to settle down, and I grabbed my stuff and made a run for the stairs. I wasn't getting in the elevators. That's
that's the last thing you want to do is get in an elevator at a time like that. Well, Preston, I'm glad you're okay. I know it's a scary thing, and all of us, are going to have to deal with this. I mean, when it happened here in the studio, we were just rolling back and forth there. So, Preston, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Also outside here, you see people over there at the 222 tower. A lot of people standing just on the sidewalk, a little bit dazed and confused. Other than that, it looks like life is usual down here, other than trains not rolling through. But we have foot traffic, car traffic right here on Main Street. So we'll keep talking with people out here. Back to you in the studio.
And we're actually just having another aftershock right now as we speak. The lights
I was wondering if you could see the lights shaking
I
from
can't
out
feel
there.
it out here.
Okay, yeah. Fifth aftershock, according to Lindsay. We can see the lights shaking a little bit, and then we can feel the roll. But I've been told that this is the safest building to be in because we are built on rollers, where it's built to absorb the shock of earthquakes, because we know we're along the Wasatch Fault.
Right, exactly.
And expecting it.
And we are getting reports now of some damage that this earthquake has caused. The original earthquake, 5.7 magnitude, now 5 aftershocks. Morgan is out live with some damage. Morgan, where are you?
5th South, 5th West at the Salt Lake Rescue Mission. And guys, check out this damage right below our feet. I mean, there's crumbled brick all over the place. You can see some huge huge brick that has fallen from the top of the building. If you take a look above us, you'll notice that that's where this brick has fallen from. And there are people just standing all along these streets. There's flashing lights everywhere. I mean, the entire sidewalk is covered in this brick that's just collapsed out here. If you look off to the intersection, we're walking through the mess right now. You can see that they have some construction crews out here, as well as the police. They're trying to get everybody away. And in fact, look down here. This is a car that was hit by some of the brick that fell off of this building. Again, this is the Salt Lake Mission of Salt Lake. Hey guys, are you guys just trying to get everything? I mean, what are you doing right now?
Yeah, we're just trying to get anything else to fall in for
the getting away from the building. Okay, all right. So we're going to try and get away ourselves. As they said, it's not safe for us to be right here. So let's move out of the way to let them do their work and get everybody out of the way. Here, follow me around the corner. We did notice on our way over here that that the lights are out at this intersection and a couple other intersections. We're actually tripping over all the brick because there's so much of it. So let's give you a couple different angles. So we got the lights out here at this intersection. So keep in mind, for traffic heading onto the interstate right now, either are going south on I-15 from 5th South. This is where you'll want to pay close attention. Make sure that you're using this as a four-way stop. As you can tell, all these people are right here. And there's another intersection farther down that's also being impacted. These are at least 2 intersections that we know of right now that do not have any power to them, so treat them as a four-way stop. There's also a fire truck that's headed our way right now. It looks like they're in fact, they're going beyond where we are, so they're not even responding. They're so busy, I'm sure, right now. Again, the construction guys are out here. They're going to try and clean this up as quickly as they can. The sidewalk is obviously blocked by all the brick that has fallen from this building. And then all the people that were inside this Salt Lake Rescue Mission are standing on the street just down the road. So there's still a lot going on right here. It didn't look like any major damage to the cars that are sitting on the street right now, but the police and the construction workers are trying to kind of figure out what's going on here and clean up this as quickly as possible. We didn't really feel that any of the aftermath from where we're standing right here in downtown Salt Lake City. But we certainly felt the first earthquake. And as you can tell just above us, I want to point out the heavy clouds, some thick, dark clouds closer to the mountains. And we saw lots of lightning when the earthquake was happening. So very scary situation. It shook so many people. In fact, we have a couple of guys out here. We'll see if anyone is willing to talk to us. Guys, did you happen to feel the initial
There's another one right now.
Yeah.
Aftershock right now.
It was crazy, man.
I mean, where were you standing?
We were working down at Maker's Line in the shop, and everything just started shaking.
And why are you guys here right now?
We're here to clean up this mess right here after everything gets cleared.
Did you notice any damage from where you were?
No, I didn't.
All right, and then we've got a couple of different power outages. Anything else that you felt or you saw? I mean, the people around, was there anyone?
Nah, I didn't. We were just mostly at the shop, and everybody just ran out real quick.
Were you inside or outside of your building?
We were inside.
All right. Thank you so much. You guys, we're going to stay right here and try to get some more information from other people around here, but obviously some significant damage and a lot to clean up.